Hey, good morning. I'm Karen Yankovich. This is Link Up Your Marketing, where I am here every day-ish, Monday through Friday, to give you some tips on how to use LinkedIn powerfully for your business, for your career. And today, well, let me just start by saying we're live on my Facebook group, which if you're not in and you want to join for some ongoing LinkedIn tips and tricks, you can get in at linkedinforwomencommunity.com. We're live on LinkedIn and we're live on YouTube. So if you're watching me live in any of those places, drop in some comments and I can answer them live. If you're watching this on the replay, drop in your comments anyway, and I'll respond to them when I see it. So today I want to talk about what is the point of LinkedIn. It's so interesting. Good morning, Sherry. It's so interesting because there's a lot of people that teach LinkedIn marketing, right? And there's not any one right way to do this. And there's so many people that are teaching. I got so many views, the eyes on it, visibility. And I love visibility. I teach visibility, right? Or Sadie trying to get on the bed. Can you guys see her? I don't know if she can do it anymore. So I teach visibility. So I think it's important that you that you're visible, right? That you can see that you're getting out there and that your name's getting out there and that you're starting to build up your credibility as an influencer. And LinkedIn is great for that. The reach you can get on some of your posts is incredible. And there's some strategies for that. And I love all of that. But that, to me, is not the point of LinkedIn. To me, the point of LinkedIn is the people you can meet. The people you can meet, human to human relationships, right? Good to see you guys this morning, Becky and Elsa. Good to see you guys here. So you get what I'm saying? So thinking about, I've heard for years and years and years, right? It's not what you know, it's who you know. And I believe what you know is important, right? I think you need to know your stuff to be able to have the kind of success I want you to have. But let's create the who you know, right? The point of LinkedIn is not to get visibility. You can get visibility on Clubhouse, right? You get visibility in lots of places. And I'm not saying we don't want to use LinkedIn for visibility, because we do, but that's not the point. The point of LinkedIn, the beauty of LinkedIn, is the ability to use it to meet people that could change your business, your life, your bank account forever. Right? Forever. So think about what that is. And, I've talked about this in a lot of different ways. Good morning, Rain. I've talked about this in a lot of different places. You may have heard this before, but to me, there's a hierarchy in people that I think LinkedIn is best suited for you to meet. And the first is people that can collaborate with you, right? So think about this. If you get a message request a LinkedIn connection request from somebody, and your LinkedIn connection request says, I'll give you an example. I am going to be speaking, and I'll put it in here later today. I'm going to be speaking at PodFest Global, which is a conference for podcasters to learn about podcasting, but there's a lot of video, there's a lot of great content stuff at PodFest. And there's like a speaker Facebook group, a super special speaker Facebook group. And in that Facebook group, we're connecting. There's a LinkedIn connection tab, right? So for those people, think about how powerful this could be, right? Put yourself in this situation. For those people, when I connect with them, I'm looking at what they do, right? I'm looking at what they do. And, if they teach podcasting for engineers, right, that's probably not a good fit for me. I still would love to be connected to them. It doesn't mean they're not cool and I don't want to know them. But if they say, I'm a specialist in diversity, equity, and inclusion for women, I'm all in. Not only do I want to do I want to connect with them, I want to talk to them. I want to talk to them because I want to get them in front of my audience, and maybe they can get me in front of their audience, right? That is big money opportunities, right? Not pitch you, join my program, buy my stuff, but I have an audience that I think your message would be great for. And you have an audience that I'd love to give my message to. Let's talk and let's see if we can collaborate, right? To me, that is where LinkedIn shines. And you don't have to be a speaker at a conference for this to work for you, right? You can literally just do a search on LinkedIn and look for people that you think would have an audience of similar to your people, right? And then connect with them, find a reason to connect with them. Don't just blindly connect with people, right? But connect with them, and and then you say, I just came across your profile. I love the work you're doing. I'd love to know more about it, right? I'd love to know more about it because I have an audience that would be really interested in this message. Who's not going to respond to that, right? And if it's reciprocal, now you're getting in front of lots and lots of people in a nice, warm way. Somebody else is saying, you should listen to Karen. She knows what she's talking about, right? How cool is that? The second thing down on the hierarchy is, let me go back up 1 second. If you're looking for a job, okay, on LinkedIn, you can do the same thing. Where are the community of people that do what you do? What are the groups on LinkedIn, right? Who are those people? And you're not saying hire me. You're saying, I love this industry. I love the work you're doing. Let's connect, right? Say thing. I know, Jamie, I know I'm singing your song. That's why. So Jamie is one of those people that we collaborate and get in front of each other's audiences. She's been a guest on my podcast. I'm going to be doing something for her group soon. So you guys all should be following Jamie. So that's the top thing. That, to me, that's what I think the best use of LinkedIn is for. Now, in the next notch, publicity. Are there podcasts that you love? Are you connecting with the hosts on LinkedIn and telling them that you love it? Especially if you think you'd be a great guest for that podcast. Overnight, I got, I think, 3 requests for people to be on my podcast. I get a ton of them, right? It's really hard to go through them and go through the noise to see who I really want to have on my show. But if you are a listener and you say, Karen, I just listened to your episode with Jamie. It was awesome. I loved where you said this and this and this. You connect with me, you connect with Jamie, right? And then you share that with your audience. Now I'm paying attention. And if you think you have a message that would be interesting to my audience, now I'm more inclined to want to hear about it because you've already provided me value, right? So take this beyond podcasts. Go to your local online newspaper. I'm in New Jersey here. It's the one I really like is njbiz.com. I go to njbiz.com. I routinely go to the search bar and type in the words LinkedIn, personal branding. I want to know who's writing about these things in New Jersey because I want to make sure they know me, right? And I know them. But if I share their article and again, do the same thing, provide them value, build relationships with the journalists that write about the kinds of things that you do, that you are expert at, but do it in a way where you're sharing, right? That's a great way to do that, right? Are there like what radio shows? Go on. If you talk business, go to the CNBC, right? Go to CNBC and go through all of the hosts, see who's talking about something that you think you can add value to, right? And then connect with all the people around that host, right? The producers, the engineers, whoever, right? See if you could. There's lists of those things, right? There's lists of those. Watch it till the end, right? And watch the scroll and record the scroll at the end, right? The credits. See who those people are. See who's on LinkedIn. Again, if all of this works best, by the way, if you've already had if you have a great LinkedIn profile, right? If you have a great LinkedIn profile, because you need to look like you're worthy of their time, right? But let's take the CNBC example. You find somebody that is a producer or even a writer or something for a show. You think you have something you can add to. You have a great profile. You connect with them on LinkedIn, and you don't say, I want to be a guest on your show. You say, I share your show all the time, right? And then share it and tag them in it, let them know that, right? So that's the second thing down is who is the, building relationships, build your who you know, right? Build your who you know. And then the third step down is your ideal clients, right? Of course, we still want to, connect with people that we think would be interested in our products and our services. But honestly, we all get those connection requests, right? Like, hey, I see we have people in common and I want to talk to you about your 401k, right? Like, who's saying yes to that? Nobody, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. There's no reason to do that. There's no reason to do that. But there are ways you can connect with your ideal client, right, on LinkedIn in a warm way. And maybe we'll save that for another video. Actually, I'm going to write that down. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Warm ways to connect. So come back tomorrow. Warm ways to connect. there are ways to do that. And remember though, that is, even if you do connect with your ideal client, like let's say you sell pens, nobody's going on LinkedIn to buy a pen, right? However, you might want to go to LinkedIn to find a distributor that wants to buy 100,000 of your pens. That's somebody you want to find on LinkedIn. And tomorrow we'll talk about how that's warm, right? That we'll talk about how you can find those people in a warm way, that it doesn't feel like you're pitching them. And Jamie's like, the 401k is right. It is, right? But it happens all the time, right? It happens all the time. I promise you, nothing I am talking to you about today. Also, I'm so happy to hear this. Nothing I'm talking to you about today is against LinkedIn's terms of service and is going to annoy anybody, right? Also saying it's motivating and gives me direction on how to improve my LinkedIn outreach. It's exactly right, right? And first of all, let me just remind you, LinkedIn outreach, right? Be proactive, do the outreach. Don't just sit back and wait. If you do a great job on your profile, I mean, listen, I don't want you to leave money on the table. I want people to be finding you, but don't sit back and wait for that. Do the outreach and do it in that hierarchy, right? People that are potential partners, people that are potential media, the journalists, and then people that are potential clients. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the point of LinkedIn. Not I can get a ton of visibility. I had 1,000 people see my post. Like, yeah, well, that's cool and it's all important and I totally want to do that. But so, Colleen, the reason you're not seeing the comments is because we're live in multiple places. We're live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And most of the comments today have been from LinkedIn. So that's why you're not seeing the comments. That's why, that's just that's why we're not seeing the comments. We're live in 3 places. So anyway, that is my message for today, you guys. The point is, I'm not dissing the visibility. I love visibility, but that is so not the point. The point is, who are the amazing people you can meet, okay, on LinkedIn and build, or maybe you met them somewhere else and you use LinkedIn to build the relationship, right? I have a call, later today that I think could be a really nice opportunity for me. And it's somebody in the media. It's somebody that I met at a conference, but then I use LinkedIn to build a relationship in a very warm way. So Becky, that's a great question. How do I go back and listen to these live series? So in the comments, there's a hashtag that says link up your marketing. If you click that hashtag on whatever platform you're watching this on, it should bring up all of the other videos for this. But let me just show you something else. This is what you all should be doing. You should be going to my masterclass. Go to KarenYankovich.com/masterclass, because in that masterclass, I go through 5 shifts you need to make. And it's specifically focused on women. Guys, you're going to get value out of it too, but it's specifically focused on women because I think we need to do a better job of lifting each other up and putting ourselves out there, right? So I'm here for that. So check out KarenYankovich.com/masterclass and you'll get like a full-blown training on this. We're not selling anything at the end of it. It's just pure training. So check that out, KarenYankovich.com/masterclass if you want more, as well as clicking the hashtag in this video, in the comments below this video, and that'll take you to, it'll curate the other videos I've done for this. Also, if you go to my YouTube page, there's a YouTube playlist called Link Up Your Marketing, and they have all of them there. So, and you can find that YouTube page on my website at KarenYankovich.com. I think if you go to KarenYankovich.com/YouTube, it'll take you there too. Let me just see if we have any more comments. I don't think we do. Oh, Becky's giving me thumbs up. So thanks, Becky. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow, where we're going to talk about how to warm ways to connect with your ideal clients. I will see you guys then.